Learning new words is one of the most important parts of mastering English, but remembering them can be a challenge. Have you ever learned a new word, only to forget it a few days later? Or maybe you've tried to memorize a long list of vocabulary, but it all fades away from your memory. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many learners struggle with remembering new words. But the good news is, there are simple, effective ways to make sure you remember every word you learn. In this video, we'll share 3 powerful hacks to help you remember any English word forever. You won't need to rely on cramming or memorizing long lists anymore. These tips will allow you to learn vocabulary in a natural and fun way, and best of all, they'll stick with you. Before we jump into the tips, make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and like this video. We post new content every day to help you improve your English. Now, let's get started. Hack number 1, use the word in context. One of the best ways to remember any new word is to use it in context. Simply memorizing a word without using it in a sentence or conversation won't help it stick. The brain remembers things better when they're used in real situations, so it's important to connect the word with a specific context. Let's say you learn the word adventure. Instead of just repeating the word over and over, try using it in a sentence or two. For example, I love going on adventures with my friends. Or, the adventure to the mountains was amazing. By using the word in context, you're helping your brain create a connection between the word and its meaning. This makes it much easier to remember. You could also use the word in a short story or describe an experience using that word. The more you actively use the word, the more likely it is to stick in your memory. Additionally, try to associate the word with something you already know. For instance, you can connect the word adventure with your favorite activities or a memorable trip you took. This creates a mental image that will help your brain remember the word for longer. Hack number 2, make visual associations. Another hack to remember any English word forever is to create visual associations. Our brains are wired to remember images more easily than abstract concepts. So, when you learn a new word, try to picture an image or scene that connects with that word. For example, if you're learning the word ocean, imagine a large, blue ocean with waves crashing on the shore. The more vivid and detailed the image, the easier it will be to remember the word. You can also draw pictures related to the word, or even look up images online to help reinforce the connection. If the word has multiple meanings, try to create different images for each meaning. For instance, the word light can refer to something that helps you see, like a lamp, or it can mean something that isn't heavy, like a feather. Create an image for each meaning to help you recall both definitions. Visual associations are incredibly powerful because they engage both the verbal and visual parts of your brain, making it easier to remember the word in the future. Hack number 3, use spaced repetition. The third hack to help you remember any English word forever is spaced repetition. This technique is based on the idea that reviewing information at increasing intervals helps you retain it in your long-term memory. Here's how it works. When you learn a new word, review it after a short period of time, such as 30 minutes or an hour. Then, review it again the next day, and then a few days later. Each time you review the word, increase the gap between reviews. This method prevents you from forgetting the word and ensures that it stays fresh in your memory. Spaced repetition works because it takes advantage of the brain's natural tendency to forget things over time. When you review the word regularly, you reinforce it in your memory, making it more likely that you'll remember it forever. There are various tools and apps that can help you use spaced repetition, but you can also do this method manually by writing down the words you want to remember and scheduling review sessions. The key to spaced repetition is consistency. Set aside time each day to review the words you've learned, and over time, you'll find that the words you learn stay in your memory for much longer. Bonus tip: use all your senses. To make sure you remember words for good, it's a good idea to involve all of your senses. This doesn't mean you need to actually touch, taste, or smell things, but it does mean you should engage as many senses as possible while learning. For example, when you learn a new word, say it out loud to practice your pronunciation. Write the word down to engage your sense of touch. Listen to the word being used in a sentence or story. And if possible, try to interact with the word in a physical way by using it in a conversation, or even making a gesture that represents the word. The more senses you involve in the learning process, the stronger the memory will be. This method helps you remember the word in different contexts and reinforces it in your long-term memory. Why these hacks work? These hacks work because they all engage the brain in different ways. When you use a word in context, you connect it with something meaningful. When you create visual associations, you make the word more memorable. And when you use spaced repetition, you ensure that the word sticks in your long-term memory. By combining these techniques, you can make sure that every word you learn stays with you forever. You won't need to memorize endless vocabulary lists. Instead, you'll be able to remember and use English words naturally, because they've become a part of your everyday life. What's next? Now that you have these powerful hacks, it's time to put them into practice. Start using these strategies with the words you learn every day. And remember, the more you use these methods, the easier it will be to remember English words for the long term. We'd love to hear how you're going to use these hacks to improve your vocabulary. What word are you focusing on today? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share it with your friends, like the video, and subscribe to our channel for more tips on improving your English. We post new videos every day to help you become fluent and confident in English.